I'm Julie David, and we are here today on day 12 of your 21-day reboot plan. And today we get to talk about one of my absolute favorite topics, sharing our business. One of the things that I am so passionate about is sharing this amazing opportunity that we have with everyone else. And so we want to talk today about a few tips and tricks on how you can make sure that you're getting the information out to everyone about what you're doing. One of the best ways to reboot your business is to grow it, to add people to your premier team. You know, when I go into what I call mommy mode, where I'm the mom, the leader, the one that needs to step out and go first and show everyone else how it's done, I seem to be the most successful. So as you're growing your business and trying to get it back on track, still share. You need to be growing and telling others about what you're doing. You can be honest, I'm getting back on track. But it's going to go even faster if you have someone that you're leading or someone that you're doing this right alongside with, sort of an accountability partner, which we're going to talk about in just a few days. But let's talk about sharing our business. First of all, let's talk about how we can get this information out. How do we share it in an easy way? Well, first of all, when you do have a show, you need to make sure that you're doing a sponsoring activity. So we already talked about planning that out when we were planning out the timeline of our relaunch show. Are you sharing it through a Love It bag? Are you just sort of telling your story, letting them ask you 5 questions, sharing big money? But you definitely need to be enticing them to want to get more information. After I do that, I tell them that I have a really fun offer, that I will pay them to be my marketing department. I want them to get more information and watch a video of mine and give me a little feedback. And if they do, I'm going to give them a great prize. I'll pay them to just watch this little video. Now, when I'm at my show and I ask them to do that, I offer to add something to their order, like a birthstone charm. So basically, they're going to watch an 8-minute video. They're going to give me a little feedback, which we'll talk about in a second. And then I'm going to put a birthstone charm free on their order. Easy. Now, I also encourage them to watch it ahead of time. So on the Facebook event, I will advertise for them to watch this video. And if they do, I offer one of these fun blingy pens. And I put a picture of all these pens on the Facebook event. And I ask them, hey, watch this video. And I put the link in the comments. And I say, watch this. And at the show, I'll ask you 4 simple questions. And if you are willing to answer those, you can go home with the color of your choice. And it's a stylus, it's a pen, I love it. I buy them on Amazon, but we also have them on our incentive site, okay? Super fun. You wanna give them a bribe to do what you wanna do. So we're going to share with our guests, but we're also going to share with our hostesses. So if my hostess watches, she also gets a pen. My hostesses are the most likely to join my premier family. So I want to make sure that they're getting the information. You know, girls don't know what they don't know. They don't know how wonderful Premier Designs is. And so we are the ones that have to tell them, okay? So we want to make sure every hostess watches this video, every guest watches the video, and then all of your friends watch the video. Do your friends know what you're doing? Hopefully, since we've been making phone calls this week, they do. We want to offer them some sort of a bribe to watch this video, not because it's for them, but because they may know someone who might like this. So if they watch it, you give them a little prize, maybe a $10 gift card, maybe one of those blingy pens, maybe a birthstone charm, and then they can share it with others. Now, if you don't want to share the video, You could also invite them to a live Facebook event, and you could go live and tell about Premiere. Maybe your team has a blingo or some sort of opportunity presentation, you know, pizza pop and Premiere, something's going on, and you can invite them to that, or you can just meet with them and share with them about Premiere. And don't be intimidated about that. Listen, you know why you chose to do this. You know why you love Premiere. You know your own story. Just share it. If you had a really great show and you are amazed that you made $300 in one night, are you telling your friends? Hey, what if you had a really bad show, right? And it was, you know, $200. You just made $100. You know, you can work all day at Target and not make that much. And you did that in 4 hours and you thought that was a bad night. So are you sharing with people what the possibilities are? I can't imagine if my Premiere mom had not shared with me. My life would be radically different. I was a much different person 10 years ago. I can't imagine not having had this last decade in Premiere Designs. So who are you harming by not sharing? Something to think about. So we are going to share with hostesses, guests, friends, and everyone else. We're going to get them to watch the video, or we're going to get them to come to an event, or we're just going to get them to have coffee and we're going to tell them about it. Okay? Don't be intimidated to do that. Now, you may have a video that you've made, or your upline may have a video. I, of course, have a video. Premiere has a video. All of them are great. So just pick one and start to share it. Now, after you share with them, they watch the video, they come to an event, you are going to want to follow up. You have to follow up. It's not just about them getting the information. It's about them, about you finding out what they think of the information. So we're going to ask 4 questions. Now, I have made pic collages of these questions. And the reason I do that so that it's professional and they know that these are pre-selected questions, that I'm not just asking these particular questions to them. And I tell them that there's 4 so that they know what is coming. There's another question coming and they know when they're going to stop. So all of these things are really important in this process. So question number 1 is, now that you've heard the information, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 is low, 10 is high, what's your interest level in joining my Premiere family? I want to know. Question number 2, and I don't really respond to these questions. I just continue to ask the questions until the end, and that's when I'll really kind of talk. So question number 2, I just say, great. Question number 2, why are you that number and not a 1? I want to hear something positive that you heard from the video. She may say, I love that you make 50%, you make your own schedule, I love the mission-mindedness of the business. You'll get to hear something that draws them in. It's good information. You just say, yeah, I agree, it's so awesome. Here's question number 3. Why are you that number and not a 10? So she's going to say, well, time, money. I don't think I can do it. I have no friends. I'm too busy. But you want that information. You go, I can totally understand. Well, let me ask you number 4. Now, number 4 is depending on really what question number the other questions were, right? Because if she was a 1 and she was not interested at all, then you're going to say something like, would you be willing to, now that you understand everything about this business, would you be willing to help me out and get some friends together to help further my business and for you to get some free jewelry? Would you like to get on my schedule? If she's already a hostess, you'll say something like, well, now that you've got the information, is there anyone we want to make sure comes to the show so they can hear it? If she gives you a decent number, you're going to say, hey, these were some really great answers. Do you have some time right now that I could share with you some of my thoughts? Or, hey, these are really great answers. Do you think we could meet for coffee so we could talk about it? Or, hey, these are some really great answers. Do you think that you could get on the phone with me and the girl in the video, or me and my mom in Premiere, and we could talk about your answers? They're so good. You just want to move to that next time when you can talk to them about what they said. You don't need to go over their objections in the middle of the questions. You can wait and ask permission to be able to do that, and hopefully they will let you talk to them right then and there, or plan to have a coffee the next day. Whatever you do, if you want to talk to her again, make sure you set the date right then and there when you're texting before you give her the prize to talk to her again. It's always a good idea to set that next date within 24 to 48 hours, but set it right now. You don't want to be chasing her down. That's so frustrating. And set up a time either to talk right then and there or to meet for coffee. Okay, so what you need to do is realize that sharing the opportunity does not need to be scary. You need to share with everyone, and it can be as simple as just shooting them a link to a video and asking them to answer 4 quick questions, and you'll give them a fun bribe. It might be a pen, it might be a birthstone charm, it might be something else. But you just need to get out there and get the information out, because you obviously love this business because you're trying to reboot your business, right? Well, share it with someone else, because if it is something that is worth you investing your time, your energy, and your money in, then it is valuable for someone else that you know. And the sooner you get that through your head and you start sharing with everyone, the faster you're going to grow. And I'm telling you that don't be intimidated. I don't even understand it myself. How can I lead someone else? Oh, but you can. You can, because you'll be one step ahead, and they will actually be motivating you to keep on going and to be one step ahead of them. So they will be your best motivator. So go out there, share the business opportunity, grow your business, because that's the best way to